Good day everyone, I am Donalyn Tigrasa from BSBA1B and today I will be discussing about environmental protection. Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 Protection. Introduction. This unit will teach you the concept of Republic Act of 9003, known as the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, that states the policies and penalties for certain prohibited acts that can harm the environment. It describes solid waste management as a discipline associated with the control of generation, storage, collection, transfer and transport, processing, and disposal of solid waste. Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 Protection. This act provision for the efficient solid waste management for the volume reduction of the waste, its environment-friendly disposal, composting, recycling, reuse, recovery, green charcoal process for the collection, treatment, and disposal in environmentally sound solid waste management facilities, whereas it shall be possible to correctly dispose the proper segregation, collection, transport, storage, treatment, and disposal of solid waste. Comprehensive solid waste management. We have 6. First, waste characterization and segregation. The solid waste generation shall be characterized for initial source of waste reduction and recycling element of the local waste management plan. Separate contender properly marked as compostable, non-recyclable, or special waste. Waste segregation primarily be conducted at the source including household, commercial, and agricultural source. Waste characterization means finding out how much paper, glass, food waste, etc. is discarded in your waste stream. Waste characterization information helps in planning how to reduce waste, set up recycling programs, and conserve money and resources. Pag sinabi namang waste segregation, ito yung sorting and separation of waste types to facilitate recycling and correct onward disposal. Next, number 2, source reduction. Methods by which the LGU can reduce a sufficient amount of solid waste disposed within 5 years. GU is expected to divert 25% of all solid waste from waste disposal facilities through reuse, recycle, and composting activities. Rate of waste diversion set to increase every 3 years. Pag sinabi namang source reduction, also known as waste prevention, means reducing waste at the source, and it is the most environmentally prepared strategy. It can take many different forms, including reusing or donating items, buying in bulk, reducing packaging, redesigning products, and reducing toxicity. Number 3. Collection and transport of solid waste. Geographic subdivisions are taken into account in coverage of the solid waste collection area. Every barangay ensures 100% collection efficiency within 24 hours. Shall define and identify specific strategies and activities. Taking into account the availability and provision of property design, containers while awaiting collection and transfers, segregation, and different types of waste. Solid waste collection and transport involves storage at the generation and pickup points, pickup by the crew trucks, driving around the neighborhood, and truck transport to a transfer station or disposal point. The collection is difficult, complex, and costly. Collection of solid waste typically is central location or disposal site, then replace the empty container at a new location. The frequency of solid waste collection in most communities is 1 or twice per week. Number 4. Recycling program. The Department of Trade and Industry is directed to publish an inventory of existing markets for recyclable materials, product standards for recyclable and recycled materials. Stimulate demand for the production of recyclable materials and products. Coding system for eco-labeling is expected from DTI. Non-environmentally acceptable products shall be allowed within 1 year after public notice as alternatives available to consumers. Recycling program means any program, project, endeavor, or facility created for the purpose of recycling or promoting recycling. Why recycling program is important? There are many reasons why recycling program is essential. Not only can it help reduce your carbon footprint, but it also helps reduce the need for harvesting raw materials, saves energy, reduces greenhouse gases, prevents pollution, and more. Next, number 5, Material Recovery Facility or MRF. LGU established Material Recovery Facility in each barangay or cluster of barangay designed to receive, sort, process, and store compostable and recyclable materials efficiently. Material Recovery Facility or MRF, also known as Materials Reclamation Facility or Materials Recycling Facility, solid waste management plant that processes recyclable materials to sell to manufacturers as raw materials for new products. Material recovery facilities were established in different barangays, community, or village of the Philippines to recover recyclable materials from municipal solid waste required under the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2001. These facilities were constructed out of local funds, grants, and loans, but have attained only a limited degree of success. This condition is attributed to the lack of, or incomplete, understanding of the basic aspects of MRF in terms of design, construction, and operations, as well as the parameters for a successful and sustained operation. Last one, number 6, composting. The Department of Agriculture shall publish an inventory of existing markets and demands for compost that is updated annually. Compost intended for commercial distribution should conform to the standards set by DA for organic fertilizers. Composting. Ito yung natural process of recycling organic matter such as leaves and food scraps into a valuable fertilizer that can enrich soil and plants. Anything that grows decomposes eventually. Composting simply speeds up the process by providing an ideal environment for bacteria, fungi, and other decomposing organisms, tulad po ng worms. Penal Provisions Prohibited Acts, na kung saan dito mababanggit ang ipinagbabawal na kilos ng mga tao na nakakaapekto ng lubos sa ating environment at kung ano ang penalty nito. The following acts are prohibited. Number 1, littering, throwing, dumping of waste materials in public places such as roads, sidewalk, canals, steros, or parks, and establishment or causing or permitting the same. Fine, 300 to 1,000 pesos or community service, 1 to 15 days. Number 2, undertaking activities or operating, collecting, or transporting equipment in violation of sanitation, operation, and other requirements permits set forth in established pursuant. Penalty, fine, 300 to 1,000 pesos or imprisonment, 1 to 15 days. Number 3, the open burning of solid waste. Ito po yung pagsisiga o pagsusunog po ng mga basura. Penalty, fine, 300 to 1,000 pesos or imprisonment, 1 to 15 days. Number 4, causing or permitting the collection of non-segregated or unsorted waste. Fine, 1,000 to 3,000 pesos or imprisonment, 1 to 15 days. Number 5, squatting in open dump site and landfills. Penalty, fine, 1,000 to 3,000 pesos. Imprisonment, 15 days or 6 months or both. 6, open dumping, burying of biodegradable or non-biodegradable materials in flood-prone area. Penalty, fine, 1,000 to 3,000 pesos. Imprisonment, 15 days or 6 months or both. Number 7, unauthorized removal of recyclable material intended for collection by authorized persons. Penalty, fine, 1,000 to 3,000 pesos. Imprisonment, 15 days or 6 months or both. Number 8, the mixing of source-separated recyclable material with other solid waste in any vehicle, box, container, and etc. Penalty, 500,000 pesos plus an amount not less than 5% but not more than 10% of his annual income during the previous year. Number 9, establishment or operation of open dumps as enjoined in this Act or closure of said dumps in violation of Section 37. Penalty, 500,000 pesos plus an amount not less than 5% but not more than 10% of his annual income during the previous year. Last one, number 10, importation of consumer products packaged in non-environmentally acceptable materials. Penalty, 500,000 pesos plus an amount not less than 5% but not more than 10% of his annual income during the previous year. And that's all for today. Thank you!